Hi, Scott here at the Address Montgomery Dubai, here today with Golf Digest Middle East to talk to you about golf swing characteristics and when making changes. Is this an issue that's technical or is this an issue that's physical? Today I'm going to show you a couple of exercises that are going to test your physical to decide whether this and your body is the problem or if it's something we need to work on outside with the technique. One of the most problematic areas in the golf swing is our hips. So hip mobility is really important, especially on our lead leg, to enable our body to rotate and post through impact. So this simple test is just going to look at your hip mobility and one you can easily do at home. So starting in a normal standing position, feet shoulder width apart, all I'm going to do is try to rotate my lead leg in towards my body, like so. As I do this, I'm trying to maintain a neutral pelvis. We don't want to see any cheating by trying to rotate my waist. So my waist stays nice and still, and I just try to rotate my toe inwards. We're looking for around 40 degrees of rotation for this to be a pass. If you're only getting to about here, then more than likely we can assume there's a little bit of limitation in this area of the body. It's always good to compare against the other side. So if I go with my right and my left is less, then again I know I'm going to lose a little bit of stability in this left side, and mobility is going to be a problem for me when swinging through the golf ball. So when doing this test, if you're a little limited and you can only move your toe 5 or 10 degrees, it's going to make it very hard for you to try to post and clear all the way through the ball for impact. More than likely you will stay a lot on the back leg and you'll struggle to maintain balance. Let's head out onto the range now to work on a few setup principles that will help to give you a bit more freedom and work around these limitations. So we've identified that this is a physical limitation, and as a result we've come to the range to discuss how we can make some adjustments in our setup or in our movement to try and work against this limitation. The first being our left hip. So in my setup, when going into my address position, as my left hip is a little bit internally limited, I want to flare my left toe, roughly around 20 to 30 degrees, just to help me with a little bit more freedom rotating through into my lead leg, going through the golf ball. Alternatively, I can open my stance, so dropping my left foot back about 20 degrees or so, aligning my lower half a little bit more left to target line, will again help to create a little bit more clearance through the golf ball and posting more easily onto my lead leg through impact. The second most common limitation we see in the golf swing and in players' bodies is the thoracic mobility, i.e. the mid-back. Okay, this is really important in the golf swing to be able to rotate the body efficiently, but also to be able to play the game without any back pain, one of our most common seen areas of injury in golf. Same as before, we're looking here to see if there's a physical limitation in the body, just with a simple exercise you can do at home or in the changing rooms at the golf course. So we're going to go onto the ground for this one. So we're on the ground in this position with my knees up at 90 degrees, lying on my side. We're going to do what is known as the open book exercise, which is going to test your mobility in your thoracic spine. Using my bottom hand, I'm going to hold onto my legs, and with my top hand, just like as if you're opening a book, try to rotate and touch the ground on the other side. Okay? When doing this, we want to keep our arms straight and our legs firmly on the ground. If the legs start to lift, or if you only reach to here, we know or can assume there is a limitation in your thoracic spine. So in our second test, we identified that there's a little bit of limitation in our thoracic mobility. So again, let's head out onto the range and work on a few principles in the swing to help work around this limitation. With the problem being in my thoracic spine, this is always going to limit my ability to rotate my upper half in the backswing. So when playing the shot, I want you to try to shorten the backswing to feel that you're keeping your body positions and your body angles without actually having to rise and lift out of position as a result. So here, normal setup and a shorter backswing. Alternatively, or additionally, you can also try to feel like there's more rotation from the lower half on the backswing. So as a result, I'm going to feel my upper body and my lower body working a bit more together, like so. This again is just going to keep me in position and helps create a bit more efficiency and better sequencing into the downswing. This is a note for the editor. So this is the square, and then 30 degrees of foot flare, and then additional one, 20 degrees of open setup by dropping left toe back at address.